lot of the events that Cacophony did were literary, and my own literary event was probably the only significant thing I ever did, but it was ongoing, and as events went, it was the longest running single event in the history of Cacophony. It started when my roommate, John Caston, asked me to read Marcel Proust with him. And I said, "Oh God, Proust, that's so difficult. I've tried it and I just can't get anywhere." And he said, "I know, me too. So we need a support group and let's do it as a cacophony event. So, it'll be fun." So I did put the notice in rough draft. In the manner of Marcel Proust, it was one sentence that was 500 words long with a single semicolon, inviting people to come and read Proust, an event that would take um, 11 months if we all read 10 pages a day. So at first there was a certain amount of concern about whether or not anybody would really want to do this for 11 months. Until we started. And then we realized that Proust was great, especially when you had somebody to talk to about it. So we read Proust. It took us 11 months. We had monthly meetings where we drank absinthe and ate madeleines. We would go to late 19th century venues in the city and talk about our favorite parts, read to each other, go in costume. And then when we finally finished reading Proust, I was so obsessed with him that I started reading biographies. And when I got to the end of the first one, I discovered that he died on my birthday. So it became perfectly clear to me at that point that I would never have another birthday. I would only have wakes for Marcel Proust. And these were annual events, and every year I would bake a life-sized Marcel Proust cake with a marzipan head. Sometimes it was made out of fondant, but it was always stuffed with fruits and nuts, just like Marcel Proust. And then I became so obsessed further that I started the zine. Proust said that. And after I put out the first issue, some friends who were visiting said, "We're doing this thing. We think it's going to be really big. It's called the World Wide Web. And we really need some content. So can we put your zine on this World Wide Web thing?" And I said, "Of course," not knowing what it was. And so it turns out that the zine that was the result of my cacophony literary obsession turned out to be the first magazine on the internet. My obsession with Proust, which began with cacophony, has never ended. And in fact, to this day, I still have a quote from Proust on my answering machine and my cell phone.